All right. Review for Unit 7 quiz. Let's go over this. Okay, so remember the formula for finding out the interior angles is 180 times n minus 2. So you just take the number of sides, subtract 2, and multiply by 180 in your calculator. Very simple. First thing is, remember a hexagon, that is a 6-sided shape. Okay, pentagon is 5, hexagon is 6. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and 4 times 180 is 720 degrees. 17. Well, there's your number right there. So you're going to subtract 2, and you get 15 times 180 is 2,700 degrees. 24. Subtract 2, you get 22 times 180, that's 3,960 degrees. That's it. Okay, so in this shape, we're going to use what we just did above. Okay, first, that's what we need to know first. How many degrees should be in this shape? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angles, 5 sides. So that's 5 minus 3, minus 2 is 3. Okay, so 5 minus 2 times 180 is 540 degrees. So there should be 540 degrees in this shape. So all we do is combine like terms. 3x plus 2x is 5x. 99 plus 89 plus 72 is 260. And that should all equal 540 degrees. Okay, so we subtract 260, which gives us 280. Got my equal sign. Divide by 5, and we get 56. Not 56 degrees, just x is 56. Now, the nice thing about math is you can check your work. You can plug in 56 right here, times 3, and 56 times 2, and if you add all those numbers up now, you will get 540 degrees. Okay, exterior angles. We're going to add up all the angles on the outside of the shape. Well, if I go around the outside of the shape, I have a very poorly drawn circle there. But, again, a circle has 360 degrees in it. So I'm going to use the same concept here. I just used on number 4, just with 360. So I'm going to combine my x's, and that's going to be 5, let's see. Sorry, missed this one. Those 3 x's. So 4.5 and 1.5 is 6, plus 1 is 7, so that's 7x, plus 94 plus 56 is 150. And again, that must equal 360 degrees. I'm going to subtract 360 and get 210. You might be able to do this in your head. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Tack on a 0. So x is 30. And again, if you want to check, you can plug in 30 here, here, and here, and add those numbers up and get 360 to check your work. And if you ever have time on a quiz, that is a very good thing to do. Go back and double check your work and your answers whenever you can. Okay, so we know this is a parallelogram because both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Therefore, we know these two sides are equal. We know these two sides are equal, and we know opposite angles are equal. And that's how we're going to solve for all these letters. So first off, 6x minus 7 equals 2x plus 9. Okay, well, subtract 2x, that will give me 4x. If I add the 7, I get 16. So now when I divide by 4, x is 4. For my y, you can pretty much see that right there. Y plus 3 equals 12. All I need to do is subtract 3. So y is 9. And Z, pretty much given to you, Z is 60. That's it. Okay, so a lot going on here for the shape. So let's fill in some numbers before we even approach this. We know this is a parallelogram. This is the symbol for parallelogram, so we know a few things are going on. Opposite sides are equal, opposite angles are equal. So, if this angle right here is 65, that means this angle here is 65. And we know this piece here is 30. So if we do 65 minus 30, that's going to give me 35 degrees for that angle right there. Now, I can do alternate interior angles. This is 30. This is 35. Alright? Now, up here we have 37, so alternate interior angles, 37 right here. Alright? Now, to fill in the other missing angle, right here, okay, we're going to do a little bit of math. Okay, so 37 plus 30 is going to be 67. If we subtract 67 from 180, because we have a triangle at the bottom and at the top, that gives us 113 here and here. Alright? And then, to find this angle right here, we're just going to subtract from 180. And that's going to give us 67 here and 67 here. Sorry, the board's writing goofy. Now, we can add 67 plus 35 and find out that we have 78 right here and 78 right here. And that's going to give us everything we need to solve some of these angles asked for. Now, number 9, EC. EC is from the middle down here. Well, the diagonals bisect each other, so since this is 9.5, that means EC is also going to be 9.5. ABC. Now remember, ABC means start at A, go to B, and go to C. So that's going to be 78 plus 37. That's why we needed to find those numbers. That gives us 115 degrees. BA. BA is the left side, which should match the right side, so 8.5. ACD. So ACD is starting here, going down here, and coming over here. Okay? Well, we said that was 30 degrees. 30 plus 35 is 65. I'm sorry, I know that looks like a 5 there, but we didn't draw it as a 3. Okay, BEC. Okay, a lot going on here, so sorry about that, but you can see where I'm going. B is down here, E is here, C is here. So that angle right there is 113 degrees. And remember, when you're finding these angle measurements, it does help to at least use a pencil or your finger to trace the letters to see which angle we're talking about. DBA. Let's go with yellow. So D down to B to A. And I know there's a lot of mess now, but that's our alternate interior angle for this, which we already had written down. So that's 37 degrees. Okay, my degree measurements. And that's it for page 1. Okay, the back side. Which theorem you can use to show that this is a parallelogram? Okay, you don't have to memorize the numbers per se, as long as you can describe what's going on. Why is the parallelogram? And the reason this is a parallelogram is because both pairs of opposite sides are congruent. Okay? If both pairs of opposite sides are congruent, we have a parallelogram. If only one pair of sides is marked congruent, they must also be marked parallel. So, for example, if we have this, we have these marked congruent. As long as these are marked parallel, we also have a parallelogram. Okay, number 6, theme. Sorry. First off, this line right here is cut into 2 equal pieces with those hash marks. This line right here is cut into 2 equal pieces, given that they're both 3. So why is it a parallelogram? Because the diagonals bisect each other. Okay, just a review of basic formulas. Everyone knows that if you have a rectangle, it's base times height. Okay, for area. But what's confusing on problems like this is, let's say this was a 9 right here for the side. People don't know which numbers to use to find the area. Well, it's the height, the true height, which forms a right angle with the base. So the slant height there of 9 is not the true height. The true height is 8. So we're going to use these two numbers, 8 times 15, to get 120 square inches, base times height. And then for 18, opposite, we already know the area. We're trying to find the base, because we already have the height. So that's just going to be 77 divided by 7 to get 11 centimeters. Just going the opposite direction. But the key thing is to remember, this is the height we use, the measurement we use. Okay, last problem. You can roughly sketch this. If you have graph paper, even better, but A is at 0, 3. So I'm just going to put, like there. I'm just roughly estimating this. 7, 5. Again, just roughly estimating. -2, -2. Something like this. Now, where is the other spot going to be to form a parallelogram? So, we're going to have the shape doing this. Where is that other dot going to be? Somewhere in here to form a parallelogram. So, it's very simple how we do this. Parallelograms have the same slope, opposite slopes, the same. Okay? So all we need to do is find the slope of this line right here, okay, and then apply that slope over to the right side. Now, if this was on graph paper, it would be very easy to count. You can kind of count here. We're down 2, so we go 1, 2 to come up here, and then up 3 more. And then we're going to go right 2. Or you can just do the actual formula, y minus y over x minus x. Which tells me the slope of this line is 5 over 2. Up 5, right 2. Well, if I want to go and find something in the area we had circled, that means we're going to go down 5 and left 2 from this point right here. Okay? So if we go down 5, and we're at 5 for a y, that's going to put me down here to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I go left 2 from 7, that's going to be 5, 0. And again, this is not drawn to scale, but pretty close to a parallelogram. But that's all you do. Okay? Find the slope. Same thing we could have done here. We could have used these 2 points here and found the slope, okay, which would have been up to right 7. And then from this point, we could have gone up to and right 7. So that's all you do. Find the slope of one side and count it off on the other side. That's it.